What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Nintendo Switch OLED with Splatoon 3. The design on it. Yeah. Special edition Switch OLED. That's all I gotta say. As you can see over here, I do have a Switch OLED already. But when I saw this design on here, I just couldn't get myself to not hit the buy button. Yeah, so anyway, if you guys don't know, Splatoon 3 is a super popular action shooter. I don't know, what is it? What is it? As of this video, the game is not out yet, so I can't really tell you if it's good or not. I just saw this design right here, and I just gotta pick it up. Well, what I want to do today is want to go ahead and unbox this. Take a look at some of the aesthetic, the design on it, compared to the OLED, which is the one I have, is just plain Jane white. Love it still. Screen is amazing. So if you are like, if this is your first time looking at the Nintendo Switch OLED and you're trying to figure out if you should buy it or not, totally buy it. If you have a V1, a version 1, or even a version 2, in my opinion, I would say buy the OLED. Sell off, your old one and buy the OLED. The screen, even though that's like the big upgrade, it makes a huge difference when you are playing games, especially if you are playing games like a lot. The OLED screen is gonna change the way you play the Switch. I didn't think it was that big of a deal until I started spending some time with it, and so yeah, totally recommend. So anyway, now with that intro, let's go ahead and unbox this thing. Let's take a look at how cool this is. I mean, obviously on the box right here, you can already see it looks pretty amazing already. Oh, I can't wait to look at that controller. Look at that gradient on the controller. It's beautiful. Anyway, and then the back of the box, not sure if you've seen this or not, but literally everything is designed out with Splatoon 3. I have a person that's actually a huge fan of Splatoon 3, and so I'm waiting for him to see this video when when I'm done with it. Yeah. Alrighty, so here we have it. Yes, these are the controllers right here. Check this out. Oh, let's take it out of the case. Oop. Controllers. So it's the matte finish on this, I feel like it's a matte finish, but as you can see, there's still some glossy to it. But this thing is just beautiful. Look at this, the back. Even the back white. It's like a translucent white, and then they put the design right on top of it. It's just beautiful. Wow. So notice both controllers, it's different design, okay? This one has that one. Yeah, it's beautiful. What else did they do? The inside here is pretty much the same. But now, take a look at this one. This one's super bright. This is like a neon green. Beautiful. Obviously, guys, we're looking at the aesthetic today a lot because that's the reason why you want this. One, if you are a fan of Splatoon, this is the one to go. And two, for the folks that really have never gotten an OLED, yeah. And the OLED screen, which by the way is the front right here is the exact same screen as my OLED over here, except look at the back. Whew, look at that back. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. The first time that I've seen this done on the Nintendo Switch was the Animal Crossing version of the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, and I believe they did that on the version 2 of the Nintendo Switch, and it looks fantastic. They did the same thing where pretty much it's, they're not trying to deck it all out with colors. It's still very, Nintendo Switch logo, but that background right there, that's just beautiful. And especially if you appreciate arts, oh my gosh. If you don't know about the OLED Switch already, or if you haven't seen my other unboxing videos, yeah, they improve this over the version 2. The kickstand, the new kickstand, I should say, this thing actually works now. It's not a little flimsy plastic thing that pops up anymore. It's awesome. Okay, so on top of that, SD card slots in here still. I don't have fingernails, guys, to pry this open. So, game card, headphone jack. They did improve the buttons over the version 2 for some of you that still have the version 2 of the Nintendo Switch, or even version 1 of the Nintendo Switch. They actually improved the button quite a bit. So the power button is now kind of recessed in, and then they changed the feel of the volume button. Yeah, just the little things, right? The little things that really matters. Yeah, so besides the backing here, the main part is pretty much the same as the OLED. What else? So obviously with every Switch, you're gonna get yourself, you know, plenty of cables and power cords and stuff like that. I'm not gonna go into that. Not gonna go into that. The Joy-Con grip, there's no changes in design in that at all, which I'm a little disappointed. They should have gone all the way and just kind of put some design on this as well. I think that would have been cool. Okay, so last but not least, when your Nintendo Switch is sitting there on your desk, you want it to say Splatoon, right? So here it is, the brand new Splatoon 3 dock. Look at that. This neon splat is very good, very good. I think putting the splat right in the middle would have been too perfect. So I'm glad they put that on the corner right there. So in the front, the design right there, that looks good. That looks really good. And then the back continues on in the back, and look, they even put this little guy down here as well. For some of you that this is the first time seeing an OLED Switch, they did change out some of the ports. So you do have full HDMI and plug-in an Ethernet cable now. Because back in the days, I have to like plug in a USB to Ethernet in order to get actual Ethernet coming through here. So especially when you're playing online, that's super important. That is super important. I tried Wi-Fi and it just doesn't work as well. Maybe it's just my Wi-Fi, but Ethernet, playing online games, that's the way to go. And on the OLED, that's what they did. They actually upgraded it to an OLED. You did lose a USB slot, but you know what? It's okay, because what I can do is I can actually split this thing up into like a USB dongle and add more USB. And on top of that, you still have your 2 USB on the side here, so no problem there. But yeah, that's it right there. They actually upgraded it. The entire design of the dock from version 1 to version 2 to version 3. Version 3, they redesigned the dock. So here's the OLED versus the special edition right here. As you can see, the design is very different. I mean, aesthetically different. But other than that, I mean, the back is the same. If you were to get like a regular Nintendo Switch right here, and then, well, obviously if you get a white Nintendo Switch, then this is what it would look like right here. And then Splatoon version right here on the back. So notice the Splatoon version, they changed it out to like a transparent, translucent type of material. You can actually almost see inside of the controller there, which is really cool. So the material they're using is probably different. And then obviously, you know, this right here. The OLED versus the special distance Splatoon. They didn't change up any of the buttons or anything like that, which, you know what? I probably would pay a little bit more for them to even change all that out. So, you know, like change up the buttons to be translucent. Anyway, just a suggestion, Nintendo, if you're doing it again next time, I think changing up the button would be even awesome, even more awesome. This is the most significant difference right here. Obviously, nothing is gonna change. It's just the aesthetic, guys. That's it. That is it. Okay, so lastly, they did change this up a bit, just a little bit. As you can see, they got some colors to match with your Joy-Con there. So here's the neon. Now notice the rope has the neon dashes to it. Dashes, is that right? This one has the kind of the blue / purple to it. I like how they keep that gradient the same. Really nice, beautiful. So since we're here, let's take a look at the two aesthetic right here. If it sits on your desk, which one, I mean, definitely a difference, right? With this neon and this dark purple, I totally love it. Look at this, this is beautiful. Versus if you get the all white, there's also a black version as well for some of you that just don't care about colors. But yeah, looks fantastic, doesn't it? All right, so there you have it, guys. That's the Nintendo Switch OLED versus the Nintendo Switch OLED Splatoon edition. Love it. Can't wait to give this a try. I mean, it's gonna look great on my desk. After this, I'm just gonna go ahead and set it up on my desk right here because it's gonna pop so hard. So yeah, that's it right there. Have a good one. Bye-bye.